Hey guys, this is Ecomedic. Today we are going to talk about artificial intelligence and how it can be utilized in medicine when you're a student. So we understand that artificial intelligence is utilized in so many industries right now. Take for example automobile, where it can be used for navigation, the use of Tesla, whereas it guides you through the road, and in various other industries such as social media, where it shows you the various content you're used to checking, or in businesses where people are using it for marketing and blogging and finding ideas. Before doing medicine, I did a bachelor in clinical science where I was doing hands-on note taking. So that was a few years back. And you can still do that with AI note taking when you're using platforms such as Notion. However, when I was doing note taking, I realized it was taking me so much time to put all those information there. Let's take, for example, anatomy. I would not even get to the end of all the lectures, as there's at least 60 slides for each lecture. So when you get so many lectures, there's no way you can finish them off by note taking and be able also to study them and gather those information. I even ended up retaking 2 exams. Can you believe it? 2 exams in my bachelor, which were in anatomy. That was a very difficult time of year.
Somewhere deep down in my heart,
I spoke to some of the students who are in the years above, and they told me about brainstorming, which I started doing. So, doing such as like spider diagram. That's still a nice way to study. Give you some images on how to understand the topic. So that's more of a visual learning type of study technique. Now that I'm using AI, I can still use that visual learner when I'm using Quizlet. It is a free platform which you can write the name of a specific type of body organ, let's say vena cava. In anatomy, you need to learn all those body parts. You need the veins, the muscles, the nerves, and there's different section of the skeleton, and how the veins connect to the muscles and how they connect to the nerves and the lymph vessels. So if you're using Quizlet, it's very easy to make note, maybe write a vein like the superior vena cava, you write that, and on Quizlet it will show you the various images of it. So it's a good way to make some flashcards for it, and you can also make some brainstorming for it. So you write it gives you the image, and it would be much faster than making your own spider diagram, as I was doing when I was much younger during my bachelor. It just allows you to have that extra time to study. It also allows you to mark yourself. So if you have done badly in a certain time, you can review it. So by the time you've done so many various topics, you make upper extremities and the lower extremities, and you realize that you're worst at the lower extremities, you can put the grade there and review it later on. So it's a really good way to keep up to date on where you're going great and when you're going bad. I'm using Notion, as I said, Notion AI. But before I talk more about it, I would like to let you know there are various versions of it. There's the free version and there's the paid version. However, the free version is very limited. It doesn't give you enough opportunity to use AI effectively. Though if you are a student, bachelor, high school or to university, you can use the pro version only if you sign up with your school account, and it gives you that access, and you have that limited access to the AI system. It allows you to do various things such as brainstorming, spell checking, translating, summarizing, and it also provides you explanation of anything that you're writing down, and you can also change the tone of the writing. So it's so useful even if you're not doing medicine, or you're doing maybe your master's and you want to brainstorm, or your ideas, or you want to provide a summary of what you're writing to. It's just to improve your writing altogether. It's really reduced the amount of time I'm spending making questions. So I will write maybe the title of the lectures. What does the bicuspid valve blocks? Or the tricuspid valve. So which chamber does it block, or which chamber does it allow blood to flow into? So you don't need to go into Google, or you don't need to go into your lectures. You can just write that and it gives you answers. I'm doing that for every lectures now. I just write. That's what I've done when I was doing anatomy. I've passed that stage now. Thank God. We thank God. So yeah, you just write that down and it gives you the answers for it, so you can do that for various questions or various titles in your anatomy or physiology. That was very helpful once I started medicine. We also use Anki. So Anki has been so helpful in that sense. So we'll write the question on Anki and we use ChatGPT to just provide it some of the answers for it. Always double check with a lecture note to make sure it is up to date with it. A better way to make it easier to gather the information for the lecture note, we'll download all the lecture notes and put them in like a PDF, so that when you type the specific word, it can take you to different sections of the PDF, so it helps you find that information very quick, very easily. Another way I use ChatGPT to learn better is gathering the past questions from previous years, previous exams. So make friends with those who are in the years above, or make friends of those who are in your year, or got those materials. They will be lifesaver. You might not even need to know all the materials, as long as you go some group of people helping you with the Ankis, and you go also group of people provide you those past paper questions. They will be most likely all you need to pass those exams. But in order to make sure you utilize those past paper efficiently, is not just looking at why those answers were correct. I will go on ChatGPT and type, is this answer correct, or why this answer wrong? So it will give me the reasons why it is correct and why it is wrong. Once you get those materials, you organize them. Do that using Notion. Notion allows you to really organize your work so that you know which topic is where. The normal Anki on your laptop is free of charge. It's £24 for the Anki on your phone. So what I did, I downloaded a different kind of Anki, which is called Anki Note. It's got like a purple color. So you download that. That's only cost like less than £2, I would say. So, and the great thing about it, once you've downloaded your normal Anki question on your phone, even when you're not using your phone, it always pops up questions of which you've done already. So after you've gone through those Anki's questions, it will randomly pop up on your phone. So when you're walking or you're going to the gym, you can always double check, oh, I don't know this information. I need to revise that specific topic. Well, if you know the information and it pops up, you're like, okay, cool. You just swap it off. So that is my way of really studying. It is quite useful and helpful. So I use Reclaim when it comes to scheduling. It's an AI platform where you can schedule all things you do every day, such as maybe going to the gym, going for food, or walking. So it helps you schedule everything properly. Add your school timetable. You can use your Google Chrome, or depending what platform your school is using. Most likely they're using Outlook, if it is, so you can easily connect your Outlook to the platform, and it will update the schedule of your school, and you can add the various revision you want to do and how you want to schedule your day. And it just helps being very efficient, and it's very easy to procrastinate if you don't do that. In summary, what you need is Notion AI for students, which is free of charge if you're a student. ChatGPT, which is pretty good. Quizlet, which is very good as well, helps you grade yourself and give you some images, because Notion AI and ChatGPT does not give you any images. The third one will be Reclaim, which is pretty good when it comes to ensuring you're efficient and you're staying to schedules. Two Ankis, normal Anki for my desktop and Anki Note for my phone. And as you can see, I've got my Notion AI in here, and there's so many things you can do with it. You can write blogs if you like writing blogs. I've also got my Enki in here where I've scheduled everything. Let's see, according to semester and years. So you can see second year, second semester. You can see first year, which I got here, first semester. You can see the fourth semester as well, which I got here. So applied anatomy for fifth semester. I will go through scheduling my NKs if that's something people will be interested in, and I can also go through how I set up things on my Notion platform. Quizlet, I can go through details of them if that's something people would like to see and understand. As I've not done an introduction of who I am, what I'm called a comedic is because before starting medicine, I ran two small businesses, which has helped me raise at least £20,000 to pay for my studies. To pay at least my first year, my living expenses, and I'm just currently running the business to continue paying for the rest of my studies. And apart from that, before doing medicine, as I mentioned earlier, I did a bachelor in clinical science and I did a master's in stem cell. Then I worked for 4 years in a laboratory all over England. I worked in London, Manchester, Liverpool. So I went from working in manufacturing, where we're doing blood production, platelet production, plasma, for the NHS and to improve and save lives. Then I went to doing bacterial screening, where we're testing the bacteria on those platelets. Then I went to do testing, where I was doing viral testing and such as HIV, syphilis. Then after that, I went to do tissues when I was a supervisor level, where I'll be testing eyes and retrieving the corneas and the sclera and doing testing on them, before providing them to the consultants to improve someone's vision. So this is Ecomedic. So I will be talking a bit more business stuff as well in the future, and give you a bit more insight on how to be more productive, and if you ever want to go into business. And yeah, I can give you what knowledge I have.